I know some people might have the view, especially those who read Nietzsche, that a personality of great psychical power, let's say a shaman, let's say somebody like Nietzsche, necessarily had great mastery over psychical forces and was somehow a representative of knowledge and power in relation to these psychical forces. And to be honest, I don't disagree with that perspective and that analysis. But I think that there's another dimension that is actually hidden from sight in relation to what it really takes to master these understandings of psychological and political forces, these psychical forces, as it were, these invisible hidden forces that nonetheless shape us as people and shape societies and shape whole historical periods. And it actually doesn't involve a complete mastery. It involves in many respects an improvisation and in many respects the opposite of mastery, the sense that one is actually able to know these psychical forces because one has already succumbed to them. One has become the victim of these amazing, powerful undercurrents that sweep through human life and through human societies and create historical change. I am more inclined to focus on that other side of shamanism rather than the masterful aspect of it, because I myself have been quite a victim of extreme historical forces, and I'm still here, and because in some ways it is actually more interesting to focus on that aspect of immanence rather than transcendence or riding the wave of the historical forces. So sometimes one is submerged, sometimes one is in them. And by being inside the belly of the beast, one can learn a great deal. There is a difference, even in continental philosophy, between the transcendent type of shaman like Nietzsche and the kind of shaman that actually makes immanence or being inside the situation more of the focal point. And they overlap as well, as Georges Bataille points out about Nietzsche, that Nietzsche actually did eventually descend into immanence after pursuing transcendence and mastery his whole life, which suggests that perhaps Nietzsche wanted to do so, that he wanted to fall from grace, that he wanted to experience in his final mad days that sense of being immersed in reality in all of its pathos, in all of its strangeness. And life does seem very strange, I think, when you have been ascending to the heights for so long, when you are suddenly dropped down into the depths. The depths don't seem the same kinds of depths. They can be much more evocative, much stranger, much more appealing to the heart and to the sense of the physical, physical. Awareness that you may have, that kind of level of your skin prickling or your body reacting to the immediacy of full immersion in a strange environment. To me, the shaman type is more like Dambudzo Marichira. I mean, more typically so. He was from the very lower classes of Zimbabwean society. and he was basically attacked by the political and historical forces of his time. And one can imagine the look of a shaman who has actually been immersed in these terrifying forces inescapably, who has to do battle with them directly. His hair might look like a bird's nest. His features might look distorted. He might look bashed and battered around. These are the signs that he has engaged, that he is still engaging with those invisible forces. They are signs, they are stigmas in a way, but they are also the opposite. They are actually emblems of success and overcoming. So when you see the shaman with the strange distorted features, with the little bit of wine dribbling from his mouth, or the strange look in his eye, or the chaotic hairstyle, these are the signs of the shamanic warrior, and so we as shamans, of course, there's not just one direction to go. There is a downward direction into immanence, and there's an upward direction into transcendence, and some types of shamans prefer to ascend, some types want to fall down and descend, and there's an overlapping tendency because all shamanic types have that option to go in any direction, and circumstances and personality can often dictate which direction one goes toward. But then the axis mundi, the life tree, goes up and down, and it goes back into the past and the future. There are 4 possible directions, at least 4 possible directions, and so no person that enters into the fray of shamanism is automatically stuck in having to go only in one direction. They can reverse the direction at any time, and maybe they even have a unconscious will to travel in the opposite direction from the one in which they've been heading. So they may in fact alter their orientation at some point. And that is what I have to say about shamanism and mastery. Thank you.